Okay, so we are going to learn a couple other things to find out characteristics about polynomials, and basically what we're going to learn now is how we can graph them without the graphing calculator. You're going to use your graphing calculator to verify, but I need to know kind of the reasons behind some of this. All right, the end behavior is like this. All right, so you could have, I don't know, something that goes like that, where the end behavior is like this, where it goes up, up. You could have something like this, where it goes down and then up. You could have something like this, where it goes down and then down. You can have something like this, where it goes up and then down. So that's what the end behavior is. What does it do at the end of the function, the polynomial? And so the online book for ThinkWell, if you're using that, otherwise your book or whatever you're using as a reference will have something very similar like this. And it says, okay, you can find out the characteristics of the end behavior if you know the leading coefficient and if you know the degree. And so to me, it's a little confusing. So what I do is I kind of write it in words, even though I know what all those symbols, what they mean. Okay, I'm going to make just this little chart. Okay, so what it says is if the leading coefficient, I'm starting here and I'm going to go there, here, here, and here. If the leading coefficient is positive, okay, so positive 2, positive 4, 1, and the degree is even, so x squared, x to the fourth, okay, then your end behavior will be up, up, okay, and we don't know what happens in the middle. A whole bunch of random stuff could happen in the middle. If your leading coefficient is negative, negative 1, negative 3, okay, and your degree is even, it will go down, down. If your leading coefficient, so I'm here, if your leading coefficient, excuse me, well, sneeze. If your leading coefficient is positive, but odd, so like x cubed, x to the fifth, it will begin down and it will do some stuff in the middle and end up. So it'll be down, up. If your leading coefficient is negative, so like negative 1/5, negative x to the fifth, sorry, it will begin up and then end down. Okay, and so what I normally do is I just have this guy just like on an index card so I can reference it. And so you're welcome to do that to help you out. So I have it written over here to the side. Or this guy, you're welcome to use. All right, I want to explain a couple of notation things. Okay, this right here means x goes to positive infinity versus this guy right here, which means x goes to negative infinity. Okay, so that arrow means goes to. All right, so let's use this information. Okay, so all we want to do right here is describe the end behavior. All right, so we have right here an odd leading coefficient. The leading coefficient was either positive or negative. We have a positive leading coefficient and an even exponent. So I'm going to look at my chart, the one I just drew. Okay, we need positive even. So positive even. So it's going to go up, up. So it'll go up, up. And some stuff will happen in the middle. We don't know. All right, let's do this guy. So here, this is kind of tricky because it's written backwards. So the highest degree needs to be written first. Right. Here we are. This leading coefficient is negative, and this is odd. All right, so negative, odd. Negative, odd. So it's going to go up, down. Go up, some stuff will happen, and then down. Okay, and let me show you what I mean by that. Okay, I'm going into y equals, and I'm going to type in negative x to the, I'm going to type it in correctly, negative x to the third plus 5x. Okay, I just went into y equals, negative x to the third plus 5x, and I push graph. And so, look, it starts off at the top, going up, and then ends at the bottom, just like here, top and then bottom, up, down. Look at this guy. 5x to the fourth plus x squared plus 1. What? To the fourth plus x squared plus 1. All right, so 1 to y equals, type it in. And so I'm looking for up, up. It takes a few minutes. Okay, and so it does. The things will both go up. Okay, that's in behavior. And so, yeah. All right, and so this summarizes what you've learned in the last few videos. If we get a remainder of 0, that number is a 0. It's a solution, an x-intercept. Intercepts are always written as an ordered pair, and then the opposite is for the factor. Okay, and these are for the real numbers. Okay, and so sometimes you'll have a complex like an I or something, and that's not real. And so it won't cross, when there's an I, it's not going to cross the x-axis. It'll cross above or maybe below. Okay, multiplicity refers to, does it touch? No. Multiplicity refers to basically like how many times does the number 0, which is the same as root solution x-intercept, occur. This is what multiplicity is. All right, if it's even, I'm going to explain with an example. I think it's easier. If it's even, then it's going to touch and turn around. If it's odd, it's going to cross. Okay, so I also keep kind of that note with my in behavior note, like it's over here to the side. All right, and so that's what this all says. I'm going to show you an example. All right, so here we are. We have this guy. We have this guy. So for x squared, that 0 is just going to be 0. When you take the square root of 0, you just get 0. Okay, and the multiplicity is even. It's the number 2 because that degree is 2. And so at 0, because we got 0 right there, it will touch and turn around. Okay, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. All right, let's do x minus 2 equals 0. So I get x equals 2. Okay, the multiplicity is odd. It's just 1 because there's no exponent on there. So at 2, it's going to cross the x-axis. All right, let's do the next one. X 5 equals 0. So I get x equals negative 5. All right, and these are all my zeros. Those are my zeros, and these are my factors. Okay, the multiplicity is odd. It's the number 3 because of that degree right there. So at negative 5, it's going to cross the x-axis. Right, so let's look at this. I'm going to go into y equals, and I'm going to type that exact. X squared, x minus 2, x plus 5, 3. All right, I literally went to y equals and I typed it. Now let's watch what happens. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a little more closer so you can see it. All right, notice at negative 5, it crosses. At 2, it crosses. And at 0, it touches and turns around. So that's exactly what we said. At negative 5 and at 2, it crossed. And at 0, it touched and turned around. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to prove to you, so in case you're skeptic. All right, there's at 0. See, it touches and it turns right back around. All right, so I'm going to stop this video because now we're going to put all of this together and do some analyzation. Is that a word? We're going to analyze some function. I don't know if that's a word.